What's good, everybody? So it's not Sunday, but we're doing a roster update video. I didn't get one done last Sunday because it would have just been kind of guessing and we wouldn't have had any stats, and I didn't want to leave you guys with that type of video right before I went on vacation. So this upcoming Sunday, I will not have a roster update video. I wanted to put it out in the middle of the week so that we can kind of get a better idea of what's going on. Right now, we have, a good week's worth of stats to look into to kind of predict who we think is going to move up. The final regular season roster update will be the second to last chance that you have to make a lot of stubs to set yourself up for the rest of the year. We're going to have one more roster update, but that's going to be once the playoffs end, once the World Series is over. If you like this sort of content, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. It helps out big time. And let's go into our roster update predictions. The first potential diamond that we're talking about is Erik Swanson. I am absolutely shocked that they didn't upgrade him last week. I was expecting him to have a good, legitimate shot to go diamond, and instead, SDS did not adjust any of his stats. In the last 3 games that Swanson has pitched, he's had 3 innings pitched. He's only given up 1 hit. He's walked absolutely nobody, and he struck out 7 in those 3 innings pitched. If he can continue on this pace, then Erik Swanson is definitely in line for a bump in his Ks per 9, and he might even get a nice little bump in his walks per 9. Erik Swanson is a great candidate to go diamond. Our next potential diamond candidate is a guy that has caught fire over the past couple weeks, Danny Jansen. Since the last roster update, he's batting .400 with a home run and 2 doubles versus right-handed pitching. As you can see, his contact versus righties is only at a measly 45, and he's been hitting better and better and better against right-handed pitching for the past month or so. Jansen is also batting .500 versus lefties since the last roster update, so we may even see a boost to that contact versus left. If Danny Jansen can continue to hit against right-handed pitching and hit for power, we should see a nice boost to both contact stats and his power versus right. George Kirby is the next potential diamond that we're talking about. Since the last roster update, he's had 1 start, and in that start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up only 4 hits, he only walked 1 batter, and he struck out 8. As you can see, we need a boost in his hits per 9 and his Ks per 9. Well, giving up 4 hits in 6 innings is pretty damn good, and striking out 8 in the same 6 innings is great. If George Kirby continues to have starts like that, he should be in line to get both hits per 9 and Ks per 9 upgraded. Our next possible diamond candidate is Evan Phillips. Evan Phillips has been absolutely on fire over the past month. Since the last roster update, Evan Phillips has had 3 relief appearances. He's had 3 innings pitched, only given up 2 hits in those 3 innings. He's walked absolutely nobody, and he struck out 4. Evan Phillips needs a bump in both Ks per 9 and walks per 9. Well, 4 strikeouts in 3 innings is amazing to help us get that 74 up. And if he continues to not walk anybody, Evan Phillips will definitely get a bump in his walks per 9. Nathaniel Lowe is a guy that I kind of overlooked for the last roster update video. He's been incredible over the course of the past 2 to 3 months. Nathaniel Lowe's biggest places that he has to grow is that contact versus right and that power versus right. Well, so far since the last update, he's batting .400 with already 1 home run in about a 5-game span for Nathaniel Lowe. That's really, really good. If he can continue to hit home runs versus righties and continue to hit at a .400 clip, then Nathaniel Lowe should be in line to get to diamond. And our final diamond candidate is a guy that I kind of hesitate to put on here a little bit, only because he's only had 1 relief appearance since the last roster update. But in that appearance, he pitched 1 inning, gave up no hits, gave up no walks, and he struck out 2 batters. Andres Munoz has been amazing over the course of the past about 6 weeks. He only needs a +1 bump to get to Diamond, but the only issue is we're gonna need to see some more relief appearances than he's been giving us. If he has 3 or 4 more outings like the one the other day, then Andres Munoz should be able to get to Diamond. We're moving on to our mid to high gold candidates. These are the guys that aren't quite gonna get to Diamond, but they should get some sort of upgrade. Isaac Paredes has hit .364 with a home run, 2 doubles versus right-handed pitching since the last roster update, and he's also batting .333 versus left-handed pitching. So if he continues this pace and he continues to hit for power, then Isaac Paredes should get some sort of boost to his contact versus right and his power versus right. And if he continues on a .333 pace against lefties, even that 58 contact versus left number should go up. Shawn Murphy is a guy we have been hyped on for many roster updates in a row. Well, Shawn Murphy is continuing the trend. He keeps getting a bump up, +1, +2 on each progressive roster update. So why can't it continue right now? Since the last roster update, Shawn Murphy's batting .357 versus righties. His contact versus righties is only at 59. He's continued to hit right-handed pitching over the course of almost 2 months. Shawn Murphy deserves a boost to his contact versus right, and hopefully it gets him to that 83, 84 level. Adley Rutchman is a guy that I was kind of expecting to get a downgrade on the last roster update. Luckily, they didn't touch any of his stats, and then Adley turned it around and got hot once again. Since the last update, batting .444 with 1 double versus right-handed pitching. If he can continue to hit in the 400s, they're gonna have no choice but to boost up that 72 contact versus right, and hopefully he can hit for a little more power and get that power versus right up. So far, he hasn't seen a lot of left-handed pitching since the last roster update, so if he can get a good 10 at-bats, maybe 8 at-bats versus lefties, then Adley could get a boost to his contact and his power if he just hits well against them. Ahmed Rosario is our next mid to high gold candidate. As you can see, he's supercharged. He had an amazing game the other day. Since the last roster update, .433 average with 2 home runs and 1 double versus right-handed pitching. Ahmed Rosario has a 70 contact versus righties and a 36 power versus righties. If he continues to hit for this average, then they need to boost up that 70 contact right. And if he hits another home run or 2, then 36 power versus right is not where he's gonna end up for the rest of the year. If he keeps this up, we'll see a nice solid boost to both of those attributes, and Ahmed Rosario should get up to like an 82, 83. And our final upgrade candidate from mid to high gold is gonna be Shane Bieber. He's only had 1 start since the last roster update, but it was a great one. 8 innings pitched, only 4 hits given up. He walked absolutely nobody, and he struck out 6. As you can see, we really need a boost to that strikeouts per 9. We could also see an increase to that hits per 9 number. 76 is not really that great. If Shane Bieber continues to pitch at this exact pace for the next couple starts before the roster update, then we should be able to see him get to a mid gold. So those are our candidates for the next roster update. I'm sorry that I didn't come out with one on Sunday, but I wanted to really just kind of have stats a little more locked in before I put out a video, because I'm not going to be here next Sunday. When I come back from vacation in the middle of next week, I'm going to try to put out a video very shortly after and help set you guys up for the last regular season roster update. Remember, after this roster update, there will only be one more, and it's coming after the World Series. So you don't want to miss out on these investments. Make sure you get some in there so that you can set yourself up with stubs for the rest of the year. Let me know in the comment section below if there's anybody that I missed out on. I really appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video.